Lesson 16 of the Introductory Calligraphy course.
The bottom vertical is offset.
Hello, classmate.
I am the main teacher of the calligraphy course, Jiang Su. Welcome to the 16th lecture. Today we will continue to learn Iangzans,
The structure of Chi script. Last class?
I told you the story of Su Shi, one of the four masters.
Today?
I will introduce you to another song for masters, Mi Fei.
In the historical records about Mi Fei, mostly reveal a word of weirdness.
This may be the reason.
The reason why he is jokingly called Mi Dian.
Mi Fei had two great hobbies in his life. One is liking strange stones.
When Mi Fei was an official in Anhui, he saw a very strange stone.
He ordered to take off his robe, holding a jade tablet.
Bowing to the strange stone, calling it Stone Master, which became a joke in the court.
For the act of worshipping stones. Mi Fei was very proud of it.
He once drew a picture of himself worshipping it.
His other hobby was the inkstone. He searched for the best inkstones in the folk
and wanted the good ones.
He even didn't miss the imperial inkstone of Song Hizong.
Once Song Hizong summoned me Fu into the palace, prepared and asked me Fu to write.
Because Song Hizong was also a great calligrapher.
He created a calligraphy style,
which is called Shujin style.
Mi Fei was not hesitant. Quickly and easily, he wrote the words in a short time.
Song Hizong praised it highly and decided to give Mi Fei the four treasures. But Mi Fei refused the emperor's reward, boldly asked for the emperor's imperial inkstone. The talented Song Hizong agreed to him.
Mi Fu thanked the emperor.
He held the inkstone in his arms, ignoring the ink splashing everywhere,
and getting dirty, and danced happily.
And happily bid farewell to Song Hizong.
Thus,
the story of Mi Fei's request for the inkstone spread. Mi Fei once compared the inkstone to his head,
holding his beloved inkstone, and slept with it. He not only loved inkstones,
but also constantly studied the inkstone. He analyzed and discussed the origin, color, texture. He made analysis and discussion. He wrote the history of inkstone, leaving valuable experience for our descendants. Mi Fei's imitation of Wang Xianzi's calligraphy,
often deceiving everyone,
and was treasured as a genuine work. He once copied a volume of Wang Xianzi's copybook, and finally fell into Shen Kuo's hands.
Once at a friend's party, they showed their works and observed.
Seeing Wang Xianzi's copy in Shen Kuo's hand, Mi Fei was surprised and said it was written by me.
Shen Kuo didn't believe.
He was furious and said that he had collected it for a long time.
How could it be your writing?
It is said that because he made...
Mi Fei cheated others of many ancient paintings. Okay, the story is over. Let's get back to the point.
Today, I will talk about three shoulder frame structures.
Straight middle to right, base, offset. Upper is straight.
Let's first talk about the structure of vertical alignment.
We choose Zhu Chenggong, Li Kuanming, the Tai.
Okay, this is a traditional Chinese character
with many strokes.
First, there are many horizontal strokes.
Our first reaction is that
whether these horizontal strokes need to be equal.
And write the strokes tightly. The mouth should not be written too long. And write it wider.
Or write it a little flat.
Okay, the distance of these horizontal lines.
The character Z at the bottom.
In these two strokes,
he made a treatment of a left falling stroke and a horizontal stroke
to separate them,
to make the strokes look more flexible. There are two short vertical strokes in this character.
These two short verticals must be
on the same vertical center line
and can't let them be crooked. So the middle vertical, that is to say, in a character. When there are two verticals are on the center line, you must pay attention.
These two verticals cannot be offset far apart.
both horizontal strokes. Write the left first, then the right.
When writing the vertical stroke, align it with the short one.
Straighten the middle. The position of the horizontal stroke. The stroke goes inward. Don't let these two strokes go down.
Pay attention to the thickness change.
Extend the foot.
Let's talk about the offset of the bottom vertical. We just said that the vertical stroke
And cannot be offset. Some characters,
some vertical strokes need to be offset.
the Guan character in Ju Cheng Gong. Pay attention to
The connection of several strokes.
the vertical below. When you start writing,
Don't align with the dot of the top Bao character.
be more to the left.
Right, the mouth narrow, and the lower one is wider. Then this vertical stroke should be to the left, so that the whole character can be aligned, so that the center of gravity of the character is on a line. If this vertical line goes to the middle to align with the dot, the hat of the character will be tilted. The next character is Shi.
The left side of the Re radical should be narrow, not wide. The number 4,
Pay attention to the distance between these horizontal strokes, and pay attention to the length changes. These horizontal strokes have a uniform tilt. The two vertical strokes can't be straight, but there is a slight offset.
the position of the vertical hook.
Is a little to the right of the upper vertical.
The C. In C, thinking has a top and bottom.
The Tong character on top is written smoothly and neatly. Notice the left side sticks out, and the right side. Pay attention to the starting position of the heart. The starting points of the dot and the hook are aligned. The horizontal.
The position of the 2 points should be higher.
Especially the last one. The upper part is a stable Tian character, and the lower part is a tilted heart-shaped character. So the two components above and below, pay attention to their alignment, find the point, make it point to the focus. The starting point of the horizontal hook also points to this point. The stroke of the hook should be slightly to the right, so that the whole character at the bottom is a little displaced. Let's write it again. Turn it over. Go inward. Back to the middle
And go out again.
Pay attention to the structural relationship.
Next is the character Ying. The left ear hook is small. Right. The vertical stroke straight and elongated, not thick. The box should be narrow. The horizontal stroke in the center becomes a dot. Notice that this stroke should be tilted up
With a large angle.
the direction of the strokes below. Notice that this horizontal stroke, but goes downwards, making the character look a little tilted. The position of the hook inward should be on the same vertical line as the dot. On a vertical line, then the center of gravity of this character is stable. Notice the left falling stroke.
Okay, in today's class, we have learned the three structures, the base, offset, and the upper right and lower left. I hope you follow the demonstration and practice with the copybook. By the way, we didn't talk about
How about me, Faye's calligraphy achievements?
Let me say more.
It is said that Song Hizong asked Mi Fu,
The four great calligraphers.
Mi Fu himself, said that Cai Jing couldn't write.
Wang Tingjian traced.
Su, she wrote like a painter. The word brush vividly describes Mi Fu's calligraphy.
Its features are steep, quick, and decisive. Writing is interesting.
Everyone has a different style.
I hope you can find your own style. See you next class.